Peace and love, family. It's your girl, Sixthegoddis. And keep in mind, I'm a goddess and I'm sensitive about my shit. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing amazing. This clip that I'm about to show you, this clip single-handedly highlighted to me and kind of brought up the idea for discussion about how the modern day married women, I say women that's been married for the last 20 to 25 years, how they have single-handedly years later not made men say, oh my gosh, marriage clearly looks like, you know, a wonderful covenant. I cannot wait to sign up. I can't wait to do it. And that these women have really made men tell other men, like, you know what, I shouldn't say made men, you know, we're all responsible for ourselves, but y'all get what I'm saying. But the experience has made it so that the men are like, man, don't do it. There's no benefit to it. I don't see how it benefits me. And, you know, maybe the naive side of me never really understood how a man could say, like, what's the benefit in marriage? But after seeing this TikTok, and to know that there are men dealing with this in their own home, honey, it all made sense to me. I'm going to show you this clip in a moment. A disclaimer, because I know y'all in the comments ready. A disclaimer. We don't know this woman, nor do we care. We don't know who the husband is, nor do we care, okay? This is simply someone who posted something online, which we all know that once you post it online, it's open for comment. And we're going to simply use these people as a catalyst to have the bigger conversation. Please do not get in my comments and say, well, he might be okay with it. He might like it. You don't know their situation. I don't give a. She putting her marital biz on the internet. We're going to do the right thing and exploit it for financial gain. Okay. There's only the one right thing to do when you put your sacred marriage on the internet. Okay. So I'm going to pull this clip up real quick. I'm going to have us watch it through, and then we're going to really break down what this woman is saying without saying it in a moment. So I'm going to let this run through.
Saying, whoa, those are small acts of kindness. Why wouldn't you want to do that for your partner? A few weeks ago, I said I don't do my husband's laundry. And a lot of people are saying, whoa, those are small acts of kindness. Why wouldn't you want to do that for your partner? But here's the thing. Small acts of kindness that are mostly domestic labor just add up to work at the end of the day. So here's a list of things that I don't do for my husband. You all know I don't do his laundry. He can do that himself. I do my laundry and we do the kids' laundry, but he does his own. I don't cook dinner. He cooks dinner every single night. I do breakfast and lunch for us and our kids. I don't pack him a lunch. If he's hungry, he'll figure out what he's going to eat for lunch the same way that I do. I don't make his doctor's appointments because guess what? He's not making mine. Would it be kind of me to do that? For sure. Is it my job? Absolutely not. I want him to be healthy, but he's a grown-ass man and he can book his own appointments, right? There's a lot of things that I don't do for my husband. I don't schedule his haircuts. I don't pack his clothes for vacation. Right? I don't do those things. I don't buy him new underwear when it's got holes in it. All of those are things that he's a grown man and he can do himself. Can I do small acts of kindness for him? Of course I can. And I do. I see a vinyl that I think he's going to like because he's creating a vinyl collection. I buy it. I'm at the store and I see something that I think he might enjoy eating. I buy it. I find a new non-alcoholic beer that he wants to try out. I buy it. Right? Those are small acts of kindness. Doing his laundry, cooking him dinner, making him lunch, booking his doctor's appointments, all those things, that's domestic labor. Those are chores. Those are not acts of kindness. Do I do them occasionally when he's working a lot? Of course. Do I cook dinner sometimes when he's had a really long day? Of course. But me not doing that does not mean that I don't show him love or kindness. They're different things. It is not my job as a wife. It is not in my job description to do all the domestic labor as small acts of kindness to my partner and receive nothing in return. I agree with this commenter. If it's going both ways, fantastic. But oftentimes domestic labor, especially when you have children, adds up. And so no, I am not my husband's personal secretary or his personal assistant. I am none of those things. I am his partner. I am his equal. And I do not have to do things to cater to him and serve him at all times to be kind and loving for him. A few weeks ago, I said I don't do my husband's laundry. And a lot of people are.
So that was the clip. We're about to break it down. There's a lot that needs to be discussed here. Woo! Now we have conversations about stuff like this all the time in my Patreon, which ladies, why are you not in my Patreon? Ladies, if you've been under a rock, I have a women's only Patreon and it is amazing. It is a community of like-minded, solution-oriented women wanting to look good, be their best selves. get themselves together, honey, be accountable. We have a wonderful community, women from all different walks of life. We have like a Discord, which is like a group chat. We do movie nights. We have get-togethers, and I have all type of exclusive content just for the Patreon on there. If you tired of being mean and ugly, okay, if you tired of being a basic needy bitch, come to death row, honey, and I got you, baby. Lots of valuable information there. And for those of you who my little once a week or once a month videos aren't enough for you and you want to tap in with more, I have a second separate Patreon as well called 6 at 6. That is for the fellas and the ladies, and it is a weekly live show I do. Sometimes I have a specific topic that I'll discuss. Sometimes I'm doing a variety of topics, but you get to kind of like tap in with me, hear my thoughts on different current events, viral topics, things like that. So I'll put the link to both of those in there if you want to tap in with me more and some of my more private paid content. So, all right, we're going to break this down because there is a huge difference between a wife and a bitch that's married. Sorry about the language, but I don't know how else to say it. A wife is a wife regardless of her marital status. The woman is not the one that has to go to the store and buy a ring and get on one knee. Okay. A wife is a wife, single, married, widowed. She's a wife no matter what. Then you have a bitch that's married. This woman in the video is a bitch that's married. Okay. If I'm a man present day and a woman wants me to take myself off the market, pledge my name, my protection, and my provision to her, and you're not making my life easier, why would I do that? I try to be open-minded and always listen to both sides on issues. And when I hear men say, marriage doesn't benefit men, when the women are operating like this, I can see how it absolutely does not. Because a man can accomplish many things when his first focus is to get up and produce for his name, for his family. A lot of women end up getting burnt out because you trying to be a partner and you're trying to have your hand in every pot his hand is in. When as a woman, it is better off to just focus on making the man's life easier and more supported. Just pour into him. You pour into the man pours into the family. But a lot of women burn themselves out trying to handle things that, for lack of better words, it's just not their place to handle or have their nose in. That's just what it is. I don't know what you want me to say. If your wife is not willing to serve you and do whatever you need within reason, within her morals and values, if your wife is not immediately happy to do whatever it is that you need, why did you marry her? You honestly could have just kept her as a girlfriend. Girlfriends do what they want. Girlfriends do what's convenient. Being a girlfriend, the man is just, lover boy methoding you and stroking your ego and all that without any real commitment. Girlfriends are not emotionally stable. Girlfriends can pick and choose. Wives, it's a duty and it's an obligation. So when I see women talking like this and to look at the comments, there's a lot of comments on this TikTok that we have here. And to look at the comments and see how many women are agreeing with her, I'm like, okay, it all makes sense as to why a man would say, what is the point in getting married nowadays? Why would a man get married if it's not going to enhance his life or make his life better? Also, before I break this clip down, I want you to also note that if someone can find me a man that is on the internet and that is going out of his way to brag, make videos about everything that he doesn't do for his wife, if anyone can find a video about that, send it to me. I will be very thankful. May even have a cash prize for you. Okay, because in all my days, I've never ever seen a man get on this internet and be like, doing this for my wife? I'm not doing that. And she's still here. She's a grown woman. She can do that herself. I have seen women clap, round of applause for stupid videos of men like flat ironing their girl's hair or taking her sewing out. I see videos of men doing dumb stuff, painting their girls' toenails. And the women are in the comments, oh my God, if he doesn't do this, I don't want him. How romantic, how sweet. Wow, I want that. And there is no, oh no, she's a grown woman. She can take out her own sew-in. Oh man, she's a grown woman. She can flat iron her own hair. They do it. And women, so women understand. Don't make them think that there's no understanding of going above and beyond for your partner, because when it's the woman with the man going above and beyond for her, they clap for it. They are with it. Okay. I have never, ever seen a man get on the internet and brag about what he don't do for his wife. Yet every day I get on Beyonce's internet, I see one of y'all bragging about how you're fat but still got a man. You ain't got to work out and this is still here. I ain't doing the laundry and he's still here. It's abuse in the worst way. And it's like, read the room, sis. Y'all steady with this abuse, thinking it's funny. Honey, look around. It's the lack of self-awareness for me. This ain't the flex you thought it was. My thing is, with this woman here, honey, if you want to not do things for your husband, that's fine. But it's the fact that you sat here and made a very matter of fact, I'm not rolling your neck video about it. If you don't want to serve your husband, honey, just say that. But it's the fact that you made a video about it. You took the time out your day to fire up that camera, charge it up, shoot, edit. You even put a little caption up there. You did all that for what? If the men cannot see by now that your wife hates you and these are microaggressions towards you, you might just be a weak man and you don't want to see it. And it makes sense, because for a woman talking like Shawty, he definitely depends on her financially in that household. We were talking about this in my Patreon earlier. If you were not there, the man would have to just keep his head down and work to get what he wants. When you expedite the process to get him further, faster off of your back, this is what ends up happening. Somebody ends up losing themselves. And it looks like in their situation, the man lost himself, because I would be willing to bet everything I got that she definitely works full time and she significantly financially contributes to that household. And that's why despise the free lunch. It ain't never free. Despise the free coochie. You think you winning by, okay, I'm gonna have her over here working, helping me pay these bills. And your exchange is now you're getting abused all over the internet. Okay. Because I will always stand by women that brag about what they don't do and brag about how, but he's still there, is abuse, plain and simple. There ain't no way around it. Okay. So let's go ahead and break this down step by step. What time is it? Let's go ahead and break this down step by step.
We're saying, whoa. Those are small acts of kindness. Why wouldn't you want to do that for your partner? A few weeks ago, I said, I don't do my husband's laundry. And a lot of people,
I don't do my husband's laundry. Now, I don't know what the exact ergonomics are in this woman's home, but typically when you and your spouse share a bedroom, you share a dirty clothes hamper. Okay. And you take a dirty clothes hamper. Now, do you know how passive aggressive you have to be? Do you know how much you have to subconsciously truly hate your husband to where instead of just taking all the laundry and separating it between lights and the darks and just washing it all, do you know how petty and how abusive you have to be as a woman to not separate the lights and darks, but go out your way to separate his clothes from your clothes and tell him, you can wash your own stuff? I will forever stick by the sentiment that if you are capable of doing something for your spouse and you don't do it, you are weird. Okay. If there's something you could do for your spouse and it would help them, make them, and you can do it, just do it. Now, what I find, I'll get into that when she says that. So I want you to know that she says that he could do his own laundry. She don't do his laundry. That means this girl either has two separate dirty clothes hampers, and then she take her clothes and separates her clothes out and washes it. Or even worse, they have one hamper and this girl actually goes through the hamper and finds her stuff and washes it and then doesn't wash his. Okay. And just my opinion as a man, just by the fact you allow this to happen, tell me a lot about you and lack of strength. Okay. Because first of all, if I am a man and my wife is doing this to me behind closed doors, that's your decision. But the fact that she's allowed to go on the internet and brag about it, telling me a lot about this man she with.
People are saying, whoa, 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 those are small acts of kindness. Why wouldn't you want to do that for your partner? But here's the thing. Small acts of kindness that are mostly domestic labor just add up to work at the end of the day.
Just add up to work at the end of the day. And what I find so interesting about that is those are the same women who will work 50-hour work weeks and prefer it. Going to a job who would replace you in a second and wouldn't care about you, can't love you back or anything like that. Going there and happily performing work duties. Y'all will go in there. Y'all bring donuts, coffee. You straighten up. You make the coffee. You bring stuff to people. You got all the reports. You got them filed up. Oh, I'll stay extra and do that. You're happy to do that. That is a microaggression against your husband. You are happy to work to serve your boss. You despise work that serves your man. Small way to tell your wife hates you. Okay. That's an example. What do you mean by it's domestic labor? It's work. Don't you do work at work? The real thing is you just don't want to do that for him. You'll work because y'all be working full time. The work is not that what bothers you. What bothers you is doing something to serve your husband. Okay.
Day. So here's a list of things that I don't do for my husband. You all know I don't do his laundry. He can do that himself. I do my laundry and we do the kids' laundry, but he does his own. I don't cook dinner. He cooks dinner every single night.
He cooks dinner, she said, every single night. And see, I can already tell by the ponytail, the Lululemon clothes and lack of makeup. This woman don't have a feminine bone in her body because feminine women are happy to serve. Serving people doesn't feel like that's fellas. I'm honestly giving y'all too much game right here, but I'm gonna let y'all slide for now. But women who feel like domestic labor, when they feel as though it's labor and it's a job and they're resentful towards it, those are the small ways that you can tell a woman who just doesn't have a feminine bone in her body. Okay. And for so many women, while you're too resentful of your husband to cook dinner, you don't even look at it as for everything that you do domestically that he don't have to do, you free up his time to potentially pour into the family, to build resources for the family. Imagine being a married man, strong, fully capable. The man's body, his hands, his genetic makeup is designed to work relentlessly. They don't need time off for menstruation. They don't need time off for postpartum. They can work and stress all day. They don't have to worry about their cycle being late, their eggs messing up, because guess what? All their sperms and cells regenerate by the hour. They are designed to just work. And imagine being a strong man designed to work, and instead you're over here cutting up potatoes and chicken. See, in your effort to cut off your nose to spite your face, in your effort to roll your neck and be a big bad wolf about what you're not going to do for your husband and how you're not going to do the work of the domestic work for your husband, and instead you'd rather go work for another man, which a lot of times women who cheat enjoy working as well. Let's just go ahead and say it. Them women who go to work every day on time, they prefer to work. AKA, if I was a housewife, oh my God, like what would be my excuse to be able to leave the house and go cheat? Let's go talk about that. Because you're so happy to serve your boss. That doesn't bother you. When a woman is happy to serve her boss, but resent serving you, she cheating on you, fellas. I want y'all to know that. When she go to work, yeah, I'm right on it, boss. But then with you, you don't get that same, I'm right on it, babe. Whatever you need, she somebody else. Okay. And I don't make the rules. I'm just here to report the news. Okay. Little side note for y'all to make a note of. So for her, she's saying, you know what? He can make the dinner. Okay. He can work full time, protect our family. What's so funny about this girl is, so what happened when the scary noise downstairs happened? Do you get the strap and go down there? You know what I'm saying? I'm not understanding this. So you make this man take time out his day. His body is built to work. And instead, you make him take time out his day to do laundry and grocery shop. What people don't understand is you divvy up the responsibilities with domestic labor and hard labor for a reason, because a man's body and time can be spent doing better things. You're a woman, okay? You are more inept to say, you know what? If one of us has to be the one to do the domestic labor, it might as well be me. So many people are like, oh, you have to have two incomes. Yeah, if you want to cheat the system and live above your means, you do. Okay. But typically you will get further when you do things where it's like, okay, if I'm more physically built for this, I'll handle that and you handle that. You know, you would actually be farther ahead if you just enabled that man and supported that man in letting him produce for the family. But you too worried about trying to go to work too, so that you can have your freedom, and domestic labor is just something that is bothersome to you. So it's so amazing when women hold back from serving their husband like that, because what you fail to realize is the family really could be much farther off if you humbled yourself and submitted and served that husband in that way. But instead, you up here rolling your neck on TikTok for extra money. Okay, let's continue.
I do breakfast and lunch for us and our kids. I don't pack him a lunch. If he's hungry, he'll figure out what he's going to eat for lunch.
Now, these will be the first women mad talking crap when he cheat with a girl that pack him lunch. These women, what's so funny to me about girls like her that brag about what they're not doing? These are the first women to where if this man even remotely, if she catch him even breathing in another woman direction, will demonize him the most out of anyone else. That's what I find so funny. The more she brag about what she's not doing, the more she's sinking her fangs in if she remotely even think someone else is doing it. So that's why I find this whole I don't do that funny. Yeah, until he stopped caring and someone else start doing, he check out. Then you be the first one like, well, how come you're not communicating? Y'all be the first one. It's so hilarious.
Same way that I do. I don't make his doctor's appointments because guess what? He's not making mine. Would it be kind of me to do that? For sure. Is it my job? Absolutely not. I want him to be.
So now here we are in a petty tick for tack for domestic work that is honestly not that big a deal. You know what I'm saying? When you're a woman and you have yourself together, when you're a woman and it's like, you know what? I know how to manage my time. You know what I'm saying? I know how to what's the word I want to say? Multitask. You have systems in place. Like, you know, your domestic work is not that big a deal. Making a little phone call, like you go to work and make 80 phone calls at work at the call center, but then making one phone call for your man's yearly checkup is like, I'm not doing that. He's grown. Do y'all see the mentality? Like, this is stuff women do anyway. They just don't want to do it for him.
Healthy, but he's a grown-ass man and he can book his own appointments, right? There's a lot of things that I don't do for my husband. I don't schedule his haircuts. I don't pack his clothes for vacation, right? I don't do those things. I don't buy him new underwear when it's got holes in it. All of those are things that he's a grown man and he can do himself. Can I do small acts of kindness for him? Of course I can. And I do. I see a vinyl that I think he's going to like because he's creating a vinyl collection. I buy it. I'm at the store and I see some.
And this is why I encourage women, you know, when it comes to things for a man, you make things. You don't buy things. I want you all, and this is why. This is the subconscious feminine programming that they don't teach you in school. Versus making something for a man versus buying something for a man. And this girl right here really shows us kind of the psychology behind that. And I always suggest to a woman, we had a video that went viral before. It was a guy and he was having some female company and she's on her way to his house. And he's like, oh, can you stop and buy me some food? And she was like, no. And he was like, oh, she's so selfish. How could she not buy me no food? And I'd be like, if I'm coming over your house in the middle of the night to ha kiki and knowing you probably going to do more things than that, I'm not stopping in the middle of the night either go buy you some Chipotle. You would have needed to plan ahead. Make plans. Hit me up in the morning. Hey, love, I want to see this evening. Can you come over? Sure. Okay. I don't have any plans for dinner yet. Do you have plans? No, I don't have any plans. Are you hungry? I can cook you something. I said, don't never pull your card like a boss nigga. Don't ever pull your card like a boss nigga to buy something for a man. The optics of it are unbecoming. And this is how you slowly program yourself to be the provider in that relationship. I'm telling you right now. So notice how when it comes to her cooking for him, packing a lunch, notice how that's something that she turns her nose up to. I'm not doing that. But when she does speak about the acts of kindness that she does for the man, I want you to note she talks about buying him stuff. This is what resentment from a woman to a man look like. Now, if you're a man who is just very clueless and you don't know this game, you think, oh, you know, I don't mind. I'll make out, because there are some men who are weak like that. They'd rather do their own laundry and do everything themselves and have the woman give them money instead. And that's a weak man, and he can't be saved. You know, you just let them be weak somewhere else. He weak, she weak. They just a weak little family together. Okay. A strong man is not moved by a woman pulling her card like a boss, like, yeah, put it on my card. Don't do that. And because once he sees you in that light, it's almost impossible to get him out of it. Now, before you know it, now years going by, and you said he working hard paying bills. No, we ain't doing that, honey. I can make you. Okay. Only thing you get from me is my domestic skills and my beauty. Don't even look over here for me to pull that card out. It's not happening. I got so many better things, and spending a few petty dollars. It's not about the money. Okay. It's not about the money. It's about holding your feminine frame. Do not ask me to stop on the way to your house in the middle of the fucking night to go sit there and, oh my God, stop at Chipotle for you. No, I'm not doing that. Tell me earlier. I will cook it and bring it to you cooked with love. That's sexy. Yeah, I cooked this for you, babe. Not pulling my card out here. I got it. No, that's sexy when a man pulls his card out, like, here you go. Ooh, daddy. But when a woman does it, optics ain't good. Very masculine. So I want you to know, and this is, fellas, how you tell the difference between a bitch you want to be married and a wife. It's easier. She want the easy way out. I'll just buy him, you know, a beer, buy him a record. Okay. That's her idea of doing something nice for the man. But humbling herself to serve him and do for him and make his life easier, oh, that's too much for her. She would much rather spend the money. Listen.
Something that I think he might enjoy eating. I buy it. I find a new non-alcoholic beer that he wants to try out. I buy it. Right? Those are small acts of kindness.
And that's how we know he weak, because what masculine man, how is that enough for any man with any bit of masculinity in his body? How is that's like a woman, your feminine energy, and a man is always coming to cook and clean for you. That don't move me. I can do that. You ain't moving me. I got that down pat. I know how to keep it home. Okay. Can you do the things for me I can't do? Okay. Can you lead me, protect me, show me new things? Okay. I would never want a man to come. I'm going to come clean your whole house and cook you dinner. Wow, man. You know, I got friends. I got homegirl. When I go see my friends, they cook for me, take care of me. Like, I get that from women in my life. Why would I need a man to come cook for me? That is not a turn on. Can you please do the things that I can't do? Do the things I'm not prone to do. That's not natural for me to do. Okay. So them women who, oh, I'll buy it, I'll pay it. Oh no, they're going to be a headache in the long run. You know, it was very intriguing for me to see that she was 100% ready to buy.
Doing his laundry, cooking him dinner, making him lunch, booking his doctor's appointments, all those things. That's domestic labor. Those are chores. Those are not acts of kindness. Do I do them occasionally when he's working a lot? Of course. Do I cook dinner sometimes when he's had a really long day? Of course. But me not doing that does not mean that I don't show him love or kindness. They're different things. It is not my job as a wife. It is not in my job description to do all the domestic labor as small acts of kindness to my partner and receive nothing in return. I agree with this commenter.
Notice how she says, why would I do all these domestic acts of labor to get nothing in return? Wow. Now, by now we all know her husband is either not on the internet or he's one of the male feminists, because some men are like that. You know, some men are like that. They're like, yeah, you don't have to cook and clean everything. Yeah, I'll do it too. Gross. You know what I'm saying? So by now we can pretty much conclude that her husband doesn't even really know when he's like being disrespected, really. Okay. It seemed like he doesn't really catch on, because that girl said, I'm not doing these acts of domestic labor for nothing in return. That was the most powerful thing she said in this video. Because that is exactly what a married bitch and women in their masculine energy think. Okay. They truly feel like that. They want to be paid for the service to their family. They want to be paid quite literally. To sit and say that by cooking for your husband, packing his lunch, basically in making your husband's life easier, that you feel like you get nothing in return. Whoever this woman husband is, sir, this woman just calls you nothing. Sir, if you see this, blink twice if you need help, because I can't believe, baby, this is making me feel like Ike Turner. This is, if I was a man, it would make me kind of give Ike Turner vibe. I'm kind of giving like Ike, like, what's the Ike Turner look back? It's giving that, because delete this right now, sis. There's still time to delete this. A woman who is naturally nurturing, a woman who is naturally a wife, she happily will serve, and there is no concern about what she's getting in return. She don't kiss it. Oh, I cook dinner now. What do I get in return? No. She's abundant. Honey, I nurture and pour into all of my loved ones. I don't need to keep score of, now I did that. I did my laundry. Now you do yours. Okay? I made breakfast. Now you do the dinner. Women, that is a scarcity mindset. It is a lack of abundance. Women who are truly feminine and nurturing have faith in themselves. You don't need to sit and tit for tat. I did this, so you do that. Because naturally, all I pour into, all I nurture, pour into and nurture me back. Women like this have to have a very tangible tick for tat. I did this, so you did that, because they are not properly nurturing those around them. She over here, her idea of nurturing a man is buying him a gift. So that explains why they have to go so far as to be like, okay, I did that, so you do this in return, because there's no faith in your womanly abilities. Okay, when in your feminine energy, you're nurturing, there, honey, don't even worry about it. It's all coming back to you. Okay, as you care and nurture and pour into your family, honey, it's coming back. You don't need to check. You don't need to check. You don't need to wonder. You don't need to worry. It's going to happen. Okay, when that girl said for nothing in return, how about a father your child? How about a man in your home to protect you? How about a confidant? How about a companion? How about a family name? How about a happy children that have their mom and their dad? How about your own dignity as a woman, as a wife? To say nothing in return, y'all pray for this man. He don't even need it. No, he need it, but he do.
It's going both ways, fantastic. But oftentimes domestic labor, especially when you have children, adds up. And so no, I am not.
Oh my, sorry y'all. My dog was at the door harassing me as normal. Where were we?
Not my husband's personal secretary or his personal assistant. I am not
my husband's secretary or personal assistant. Now I see why y'all got so mad. See, a lot of you making sense. I had a clip that went viral where I was like, why do y'all hoes brag about what you not going to do for the man, as though there's not billions of women out here and plenty of other women way better than you who will do it? And I said, y'all will withhold the cooch, withhold laundry, withhold so much on the man. But then, and you withhold that as though you're the only woman in the world. You withhold it as though you are just the finest, most beautiful woman with the most best cooch that has ever been invented. Who cares? While you making a list of what you're not going to do for the man that married you, honey, I'm sorry, I don't know who wouldn't hear this, but there are plenty of women that will. Women love married men. So the whole bragging about what you're not doing is odd to me. Okay, when you are a man's wife, yes, you are his personal assistant. He's your boss. A woman like this will happily have a job as an executive assistant somewhere. When your happiest job should be the executive assistant to your husband. You are the executive assistant in your household. Yes, you are his assistant. Okay, y'all need to start acting like y'all work at Chick-fil-A with y'all husband. Okay, train yourself. When he asks, hey, babe, I'm running kind of behind. Can you pick up my dry cleaning? My pleasure, babe, no problem. I'm about to send y'all to Chick-fil-A. Maybe that's what y'all need. Maybe y'all need to go work at Chick-fil-A. The same way they train you at Chick-fil-A, my pleasure. No problem, honey. I got you. Oh, honey, I'm about to leave. Can you? No problem, honey. Right on that. No issue. No, I got you. Or maybe y'all love to work. Go work at Chick-fil-A for a while and learn how to just have it be natural. My pleasure. No problem. I got you. Whatever you need. Maybe what y'all need. Then maybe if y'all work and get a paycheck for it, y'all will just get used to it and it will continue on. I don't know. We can maybe be so lucky.
One of those things. I am his partner. I am his equal. And I do not have to do things to cater to him and serve him at all times, to be kind and loving for him.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Maybe you don't, because unfortunately, yeah, I'm really trying to work on my language, because I know some of y'all police English like it's your language, which I don't understand, because me, I personally like in language, but I know some of y'all are very sensitive, so I be trying to not cuss because y'all are annoying and I'm tired of hearing y'all talk about it. But sometimes I don't be knowing the equivalent. Not cussing does not hit the same. How do I sit here and say, when you say doing domestic labor for my husband is not a matter of loving acts and kindness, how do I say without cussing, that's because your husband is a bitch ass nigga? What? Can someone in the comments tell me what is the non-cussing equivalent of your husband is itch? Like, what do we, for allowing that? Like, what's the translation? Like, y'all can help me, give me a synonym or something for, yeah, of course, feminine, nurturing, domestic labor acts are not acts of what's kind and loving to him, because he clearly feminine himself. So in his mind, you being kind to him is him receiving gifts and money from you. So we already know that's a man who is simply just not masculine. And we can tell by her dressed like a lesbian that he definitely is feminine, because why she look like a dude herself? Okay. So it tells a lot about him. And, you know, the reality is that ain't the kind of man you want as a husband. You want a strong man who is masculine. You want a man where, yes, the only thing you can contribute to him is your beauty, is your nurturing abilities, is your femininity, because a masculine man can purchase everything else on his own and can do everything else for himself. Your femininity is everything that you have that he doesn't. That's what you're supposed to lead with. The minute you pull out the credit card, make the list of how you're going to neglect and abuse your husband, you take him away from that. The number one way of showing loving kindness to a man 100% is your femininity and all the service that comes with that. You know, I talk to, you know, the ladies all the time. We have discussions about, you know, modern marriage. And I say, you know what I realized? Here go my dog, y'all. I said, you know what I realized? If you're a woman nowadays and you're getting your science down for how to be a good wife, you know, if you're dating, you know, want to get a husband, you know what you do? Whatever is, you see this woman's video and they over here with 20,000 comments agreeing with her. Do you know what you do? Whatever you see modern wives or modern married bitches, I should say, whatever you see them doing, the women who've been married for years, 9 times out of 10, whatever you see them doing, just do the opposite and you're fine. The more that they clutch their pearls and gasp at something, the more you should probably do it. Okay. When we say, you know, if you're married and you have asked this man to come to you and only you for all his needs for feminine beauty and companionship, then married women, even more than single women, should be maintaining their weight, maintaining their looks. And if you're a married woman who just gets fat, talking about, well, he's stuck now, so, oh, well, how that's abuse and you're a terrible wife. When y'all see all them women go, when a woman says, yeah, married women should not get fat, even if the man would still love you, that's fine, but you shouldn't take advantage of that. You see how these women be like, you mean we should maintain our weight for a husband? The more that these modern hoes gasp and clutch their pearls to the concept, 9 times out of 10, that's more so what you should be doing. Okay? When you say, with my husband, I don't speak unless spoken to. I probably speak 20 words to that man in a day. And they say, speak when spoken to. Oh, my God. When you tell women, listen, if your man is at the office and you got to call him and interrupt his workday, you're supposed to say, I'm sorry for bothering you, and only call if you have an actual emergency where you must call him. And a bitch like, I would never apologize for calling my own husband. The more these modern women gasp at, I'm not doing that for my husband, that's probably your sign. That's what you should be doing. Do the complete opposite of what they're doing, because what they've been doing has made men hate marriage. Okay? If we want to fix this problem as women, for the women who are out there, who are wives, want to get married, there has to be a level of accountability from woman to woman to where, you know, we got to start speaking up. And especially these abusive videos where women are bragging about what they're not doing. We as women have to stand up and vocalize, hey, we don't all feel that way. The women that do this need to be held accountable for it. You have to speak up. If you don't speak up, I think you feel the same, I think you're compliant. But this type of abuse needs to be called out because it is unhealthy, it's unproductive, and you're having 20,000 women commenting on this, agreeing with this horrible advice that is 100% going to get them a husband with a side chick making him happy. Okay. I don't know what men need to hear this. Okay. If your woman is like this woman, you deserve a side chick. Now I see why y'all got so mad when I said these bitches. They be over here withholding all this stuff from y'all. Y'all supposed to just sit there like, well, I guess I'll go my whole life, you know, married, but I got to still do everything myself. Oh, she mad at me. She ain't giving me no coochie. Well, I guess I'll just go the rest of my life with no coochie. Man, find them out. They don't want to do it. Get somebody else to do it. Everybody's so mad when I was like, side chicks are a real thing. Okay. It is half of what has kept half of y'all husband from even going upside your head thus far. Okay. Why you all, and that's why they do it. Okay. That's why they do it. That's why I mind my business. I just say, I don't say nothing. I'll be like, half of the time when y'all be crying about how you got cheated on, this type of girl where 5 years from now, we'll be hearing her, my husband, he cheated story, and we'll have to all gather together and say, oh, how could he? Okay. Every day I see why y'all hoes don't like me. Every day I see why. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. What is up with weird women going to the internet? It's like nobody, not one soul. I don't do all of this for my husband. No one, not no person asked. So y'all give me your thoughts on this weird thing of women going out their way to like brag and like make content about what they don't do. What do y'all think about that? Because I need help understanding why is this a thing? Can it go away? Oh my God. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, like the video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and I will see y'all on the next one.